Oh, looks like we are back in the game and B-balling is loaded in, so all is good in the world. And they actually put AP good. We don't remake with a CM mode. And the heroes are being picked. Now, of course, one thing we did forget about is the Beastmaster aura. I mean, it's such a slight thing, but it does increase your damage by quite a bit. Like, it's no joke, Beastmaster aura. Especially when you're combining with a lot of physical right clickers, such as Windrunner, Priestess, and Razor. That does get some damage until the later portion of the game. Corona, pick your Windrunner. I know you're picking it. Let's go.
And also to follow up on that Beastmaster aura point, they're going to need every DPS they can get. Tie Hunter, Tanky Support, Lich, Frost Aura, Queen of Pain, hard as nails to kill, Dragon Knight, just the definition of tank. So I think mTw is going to have to play on the top of their games because there might be a little bit of a lower curve for TEG just by judging from these picks. But again, it's way too early to tell. And mTw, winners of DreamHack, and I think they've won every game in this tournament. So they
they have not. They have not. Yesterday, it was actually this team that beat TJ. I think I was just talking to you about that. Yesterday, mTw first pick anti-mage, which is very standard in Dota 2 nowadays, and then we saw a stealth assassin counter pick, and it was just godly how TG plays stealth assassin.
Well,
so,
you do know that I never listen to anything you say.
Right. So the only thing you actually listen to is like a direct question, like, "Oh, what is your opinion of that?"
So it looks like all 5 of the Dire heroes are gonna migrate to top. Looks like just to play some wards, because if they want to get ganked off, it's usually more likely to happen in the Radiant side of the jungle. Meanwhile, Radiant splitting up a bit, so.
Yep, they might get ganked off. Let's talk about who is playing what. Pepe is going to be on the carry Razor. Coroni, of course, on that support Windrunner. Matram Raffle on the support Crystal Maiden. Cinderin is going to be playing the Beastmaster. And we're going to have Grunt on the Marana farming bot lane. Coco on the Tie Hunter. Come with me on the Queen of Pain. Freezer not playing any freezing hero. That's lack of synergy so far. And Zizo on the Ancient Aberration. Leon on the Lich.
So just judging from the picks, like the half game I cashed of mTw, we saw Cinderin on that Priestess of the Moon, or Marana, I should say.
Yep.
So definitely shows that every player is very adept in handling each hero, but I think Freezer not being a cold hero is definitely going to cause problems for PHG.
Yep. Couple heroes, hovering over the rune spot. Freezer coming in here. Oh, actually, you know what? Level 16, he is freezing, but looks like storms and spells are going upon Zizo. Half HP, Axis goes on, Shackle Shot hits on 2 hero, and look at Cinderin trying to get the block off. They're waiting on the cooldown on the Crystal Maiden bite, and it's going to come down right now. Freezer gives up first blood, and Windrunner picks that one up. Really nicely done for mTw. It is going to be offensive Trilane top. Like I said earlier, if they don't win this Trilane, this Razor pick is almost worthless. Do you disagree with that?
I definitely do not disagree with that.
Wow, double negative more, please.
Yeah, so I 100% agree with that.
Thank you.
But you having Crystal Mainfish, just talk about a little bit at that gank about saving that skill point and putting it into the Frostbite. Because we all know how much you love that Crystal Maiden.
Yo, exactly what we need to do is save our skill points until you need what you need. So a skill level 1 freeze bite, and that was what they needed. Actually, Nova wouldn't be too bad there, but what freeze bite is better in terms of Nova is it does have a shorter cooldown, and we saw definitely 2 freeze bite usage in that one instance. It looks like we're gonna have a Lich solo bot, Queen and Pain mid, and the rest top. How do you feel like this Trilane matchup will be going?
I mean, H-Sniper definitely synergizes quite well with DK if you get a Dragon Tail commanded Cold Feet against this very immobile lineup, no blink, and even Windrunner can't Windrun away from that Cold Feet ticket. As the Gush goes on the Windrunner, and Chris Main manages to die, my bad, catching the wrong hero. But Ancient Apparition definitely synergizes quite well with DK, but it's going to be tough getting that crucial level 6 needed, and since he's on the top lane, that ultimate is going to have to travel a long way if he has to pick off a hero on the bot lane.
Yep. We definitely seen this lane out of the Chinese scene from WDC, the DK plus a Ancient Apparition and plus any other type of trialing support. You get any type of slow and stun in, and the rest just follows. It is about 5-6 seconds of full disable, and there's really little hero, any hero that can survive, and the best you can hope for is a trade. But that's not what mTw got. Razor really needs his points up on the nuke and static link before anything really happens. But you bring out a very valid point. The entire Dire lineup is very ultimate based, and this Trilane, unless they get a gazillion kills themselves, they're gonna be really low and really desperate to get those ultimates going.
Right, and as we saw a couple, 30 seconds ago, we saw Razor whipping the crap out of that DK. Definitely some kinky stuff going on there, but that just shows the power of Razor in lane. Has very high range, has very decent attack animation, and DK is going to have a lot of trouble, and it's going to be difficult to see if DK is going to level up Fire Breath or if he's going to put a lot of points to that Dragon's Blood. And you really want to level up Fire Breath in any situation, but against this very long-ranged Radiant Trilane, it's going to be interesting to see how he allocates those skill points. Yep,
to be completely honest, in this Trilane, he actually doesn't need any but Fire Breath, at least not for now. In the last engagement, we saw how effective a single Dragon Tail was. So if he really feels like he really needs to level up Dragon Blood, he can. And we have another disconnect, another pause. Okay. Check out how we are doing in terms of the farm so far, although if they remake, it won't really matter. 16 on Queen of Pain, leading the mid, and Beastmaster has 10, but Razor on the top lane with 12. That's pretty good. Priestess and, of course, the Lich, a little bit of a wash on the bot lane. And I do expect Leon to win that lane in the long term, but right now it's pretty even down there.
And of course, it's way too early in the game to take a look at that gold difference graph, as it is just 1-1, as we have Reconnect, and the go signal is given, so no remix. Alright.
This is 2011 with Dota 2, man. No remix, man.
You had that, didn't you?
Do this.
Alright, looks like we're gonna have...
putting someone in position to get a nice Dragon Tail setup, and Crystal Maid is definitely going to go down, taking the cold feet, but Razor's doing a lot of damage to that. DK is definitely going to go after, leveled up that Stag Link to a huge level, and DK takes the fall, and that is also very significant as H-Diversion is in a lot of trouble, and Shackle Shot gets catch him, and Razor picks off the Tidehunter, and H-Diversion dies again, so a huge victory for that Radiant Trilane. This shows the power of this early game nuking, and Dire Trilane is looking to be in a world of hurt.
Yeah, well, the score is 3-3. I think right now the Trilane of the Dire team got 3 kills. They did get that early lead on the Crystal Maiden. Shackle Shot gonna miss right now as Freezer dodges to the right, and that's the power of Razor. You basically get a -1 on the enemy hero with that static link, remove all the physical damage, and on a non-nuking hero such as DK, without him taking higher level Fire Breath, it looks like he is taking Dragon Blood as expected. Well, taking his damage basically removes him from that lane, literally. I mean, we'll have a little bit of engagement in the jungle here. Crystal Maiden comes in and allows Cinderins to bottle up that regen, and that's a godsend for him, and allow him to stay in the lane for a long time.
Yeah, and although the score is equal, don't forget that DK did die, and DK is one of those heroes. He needs a lot of items, and he needs a huge amount of experience, which is why he wasn't seen for quite a while. And in the Trilane, he's going to get even less experience, so we're going to have to see PHG find a way to get DK those fast levels and really become a factor in this game.
Yep, and one thing about why Lich is so good in the long lane is, well, he is already dominating lane level 5.5, Priestess a full level behind, and guess what, in about 30 seconds or so, he is going to have level 6, he's going to have a Chain Frost, and if he's playing smart, he will have a TP scroll. Can you imagine in the next fight breaking out on the top lane, and there's a Chain Frost involved in there somehow? That is going to be absolutely brutal. So, you know, he could really just win the game for them right now by shutting that Trilane if he has a TP scroll. Let's see if that's going to be what he's going to do. Freezer maybe in a little bit of trouble. Shackle Shot not going to latch, and looks like the enemy team going on the offensive, going for the cold feet. Oh, cold feet is going to be on the Crystal Maiden, but no Dragon Tail being dropped on. They're going to focus on Razor instead. No TP scroll happening anywhere yet, and that is going to just be a couple of friendly spells being traded, kind of like, you know, knocking on each other real fast.
You know, what's up, dude?
Yep.
Not much. How you doing?
Yep.
No, I'm doing pretty well. As looks like Queen of Pain is controlling the lane
Beastmaster.
quite well against the Beastmaster.
Invisible Roar coming in. Freezer, Shackle Shot on 2 here. We're going to see a 3-kill on this Trilane. And it looks like double kill going on so far. Coco is going to go down. Who's going to pick up the last hit is the question here. And it looks like it is going to be Cinderin picking up a triple kill. And I think we are going to see some answer to your question. Well, why would we need to pick Bat Rider when I could just, you know, play Beastmaster, gank top Trilane, and get a triple, you know? Pretty good stuff.
Nah, Bat Rider just has the coolest voice, so he should always be picked. As picking up that triple kill, again, definitely going to hurt those experience, and Oftentimes we see these in these games. Tidehunter just never gets level 6 until like 12 minutes in the game. AA in the Trilane never hits level 6 till very late. And DK being one of the most level-dependent hard carries in the game. So this Trilane is just going terribly, terribly wrong for PHG. And they're going to need something to fix this quite soon. It might have to do with that Lich. And looks like he hasn't decided to migrate to the top lane. No TP scroll.
And I'm a little bit disappointed with that. Hopefully that is going to turn around a little bit soon. Out of the 6 death on the Dire team, 3 of them is on their carry Freezer. Right now, Queen of Pain have 0 ganks, although he is just right here. He's right here.
Double shackle shot managed to slow down the assault, and Razor looks like he's going to escape. Beautiful shackle shot done by Corona D, saving the life of his Razor. But Queen of Pain comes in with another Screen of Pain, but Razor manages to escape by the skin of his teeth.
Does he even have any teeth or skin? He looks like he's just an empty skeleton.
Your teeth don't have skin anyway.
Right,
so, like,
but I know, but yeah. Anyways, Freezer not dying in that engagement. Stout Shield, Dragon Blood at level 2, picking up Fire Breath as well. Coco Poise. The thing about Coco, though, he is already level 4. That's actually pretty decent, to be honest here. I think he actually was the survivor, or the sole survivor of some of the engagement. And because he's going to hit level 6 soon, that is going to turn the Trilane around. Same thing with the Lich, though. Still not TPing. No TP scrolls. A little bit disappointed.
Well, the score is 6-4, but Lich definitely wants to use that Chain Frost. You know, you want to maximize the amount of ganks you can get with the Chain Frost early in the game, but I guess they're putting a lot of emphasis with the Trilane going down. They really want to win that lane extremely hard. They want to shut down that palm so that she can't get up, and her Tiger is just so dispirited. Is gonna be some food for some Chinese people.
I actually have never ate any tiger meat for any, if anyone cares. And it looks like we are going to have Chain Frost going to be dropped on the bot lane. And look at those bounces. But Grunt on 1 HP is going to salve immediately. And he should be okay, especially with creep support. You got to be really careful because the arrow is going to be fire. Is it going to hit? It's not going to hit. Queen of Pain comes in right now. And now with the cooldown on that leap, Grunt, it is dead. Good move by Come With Me. Yep.
He's definitely doing a good job ganking, and Beastmaster hasn't got the gank, but he just pops an invisibility rune, so surely we're going to see something happen. And keep your eyes on that top lane as Crystal Main manages to pick up the kill on the Ancient Apparition. Razor is throwing down ridiculous amounts of damage. Tidehunter is in a lot of trouble. They're definitely going to manage to pick him off with Windrunner pursuing in hot. Action end. Looks like a roar goes on. DK falls to a nice gank by Cinder, and looks like the Radiant team is going to pick up their first tower of the game, and the score is 9-5. So despite me waxing poetic about the merits of the team fight lineup on the Dire, how are you going to get those if you're not going to have the levels to get to that crucial ultimate phase?
Team fight hadn't happened yet because, well, they're not level 6, and of course, like we talked about, Razor, as you pick up a hero, you expect to win that trialing, and indeed they have done so. They have some hiccup there with the 5 death, but you know, now it's a very big win. They are up by 4 kills. They have an extra tower. Cinderin is beastly leveled. Well, when I see beastly level, he's only level 7, which is actually not bad. He's got a couple ganks off, but his entire team is leveled up, and they smoke up and go for more. And look at that arrow being drawn up by Teal as they walk into the enemy jungle.
Well, looks like Bottom is definitely going to pay with it for her life, and Combo3 is doing a nice job trying to get his team back in the game, picks up Killing Spree, and Queen of Pain, if she gets a lot of levels early on, she definitely becomes a force to be reckoned with in the mid-game. As looks like a gank is going to go on that Tidehunter. Tidehunter is definitely going to take the fall. Razor drops his Plasma Field. And no, Tidehunter is managing to juke away. Can he manage to TP out in time? Yes, he does. Really nicely planned out by
Coco. If you're still here with me, I don't know if you disconnected, but now we have Queen of Pain coming in.
Yo, can you hear me?
I hear you now. You okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm still in the game.
Okay, alright. Freezer might be a little bit of trouble on the top lane. Here comes Cinder, and he does have the roar up. He's going to roar Leon. Does he have backup? Looks like the entire team is coming in. Shaco shot on 2 hero. This is Corona D we're talking about, so those are pretty much guaranteed. But Cinder might be in trouble. Come with me. Definitely going to get the kill. One more blink, not even necessary. Meanwhile, we have Coco trying to get in the kill. Now we have the blink coming in right now. Do we have another slow Shaco shot come with me? Just a delay right now. We need a gush. We need a stun. None of it was available. Come with me. Still chasing. And gotta be careful now. Lag comes in. I don't. What a time.
Is that everybody? Or
that's everyone. Or at least you and me.
I'm always so paranoid when that happens. Dota 2 and I do not get along very well at all. but a little bit of over-aggression, a little bit of misplay by the Radiant side.
Is under attack.
Oh, no lag. People are just standing there.
Yep. No, I think they're okay. I mean, the kill count has caught up a little bit. I'm actually going to pull up the gold menu now, and you can see a pretty good lead up here just happening in the last couple of minutes for mTw. But the thing is, now with this top tower gone, what exactly is your Razor going to do? Are you going to just take farm mid and then have Synderen to keep, go on full-time ganking mode? Or are we going to still kind of push that lane a little bit?
That's a good point, especially since Mirana was hurt down so much by that Lich and died to that Queen of Pain and Lich gank. So you want to get some farm on your Priestess of the Moon, but again, you're going to have a tough time handling that with Razor picking up farm, and you want to get that Beastmaster farm because you're not going to win this in the late game against this massive teamfight lineup and against a DK. So a lot of farm needed, not enough on the map for everybody to get that.
And the same concern is on the Dire team as well. We have level 5 Tidehunter, level 4 Ancient Aberration, but they don't have a lane to farm in because, well, this lane, you don't want to stray too far from your tower. A very offensive Observer Ward being placed on the top. Now we have a teleport going on the mid lane, and come with me, Sonic Wave gets dodged. Well, gets dodged is a strong statement. It's more like he missed big time to a hasted Mirana, and that was the end of it. And actually, that's a pretty big deal. That's 2 minutes where they don't have to deal with a huge nuke coming in from Come With Me.
Right, and just checking out the items, Crystal Main picks up a Bracer, is going to finish, looks like an urn with those gauntlets of strength, and Beastmaster has those strength treads, has a circlet, has a gauntlet, so despite the early tower kill, it looks like the Radiant side doesn't have too many items to show for it, as Crystal Main and Winter are both invisible, and they're going to look to get some ganking action going on in the jungle.
Yep, and I do like the fact that mTw is keeping on the aggression. They're saying, I don't care what you try to do, you're not getting those crucial levels, and that's a right mindset, but gotta be really careful as Queen of Pain picks up yet another kill. He is just stalking Mirana all over the map, keeping her down, but looks like the engagement is gonna happen here. Coco hiding in those trees like a big ninja. Freezer gets initiated on, Shackle Shot is gonna miss, Freezer can walk out now, Gush goes on to Crystal Maiden. Can they get the TP support? Lich comes in right now, they are definitely gonna get the kill for there, as everyone says, Matron Raffle, good luck. Dragon Knight KS that one, and he desperately needed that kill. He's level 7 at this point. Tidehunter is one creep away to level 6. That is a huge level for him. And an Ancient Aberration closer and closer to his own level 6 as well.
Hey, it's level 4. What are you talking about?
Sorry, I meant Tidehunter. Close to level 6. Isn't that what I just said?
You did,
okay.
But A is not really close to level 6 at all. And at this point,
closer
I'd really like
to level
to see,
6.
Yeah, I'd like to see A maybe get some experience because they're really going to need that A Ice Blast because it's so spam-wise. Lich might be in a little bit of trouble getting initiated out. Gush goes down on Synderen. Ravage is dropping it to catch 2 heroes. A lot of nukes being thrown on the Priestess of the Moon. And Mirana is going to be in a lot of trouble coming with the Relentless as a pause.
That was not a good time to pause.
I'm a little sad right now.
Yes. Oh, what was that, dude? That
Whoa.
was a scary noise.
Oh my god.
Leon is almost dead, and he is gonna be okay. Well, that was anticlimactic. That was so
transition.
Yeah.
I really applaud you for that.
Actually, there was some really good matches I casted for the Dota 2 Invitational for the Malaysia. And they've been all Mineski. Mineski versus Myth-Trust was really good. Mineski versus MYM was exceptional. And you can find out the VODs on that on Ghost to Gamer's own 3D account.
And looks like this game is shaping up to be quite close, as only one towers go down. Very even heroes kill score, as looks like Razor is being ganked. If he dies, he just picked up a Vanguard, so he won't lose too much gold, but if he dies, it's definitely going to hurt him. And Razor definitely takes the fall. Ancient Aberration for Razor, I'll take that trade.
Oh, they might get a Queen of Pain in return as well. Synderen comes in right now. Frost Armor already up on Leon. He's max sacrifice and gets Frost Armor. And that Frost Armor keeping him alive right now. Roar is coming cooldown for 2 seconds. It is on right now. There's a Roar. There's the Axis. Synderen staying behind. Can he get the kill though? That Frost Armor OP, but the arrow from a Grunt. Gonna finish the work. Here comes the Tidehunter coming around. He doesn't have the Ravage up, so he has to turn the other way as well. But that OP Pig giving that slow. Are they gonna keep chasing is the question. Any teleport support coming in from the Dire team. Dares Come With Me after healing up. Shackle Shot not latching on. Synderen's gonna go down. Can Come With Me survive is the question. Blink coming off cooldown, and she will be fine. 13 to 12, 15 minutes, 16 minutes.
Me.
Yep.
Playing very, very well right now.
And
He's
looks like
definitely
it's...
keeping his team in the game, allowing DK to pick up a lot of farm. But one interesting thing to note is that Tyrant still doesn't have boots. Just thought I'd mention that now.
No, he has all. That's all he cares about. Double damage
Looks
up
like
on...
a bit of engagement over the rune. Double damage winner has to leap away from Come With Me, or run away from Come With Me, sorry. And Come With Me doesn't care. He has Blink, he has Scream of Pain. And this Queen of Pain...
She's getting huge.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, she might actually go down now. Oh, a little bit of misblink there. Way aggressive. Yep.
That's all I can say.
She is going for the point booster, so we're going to see, of course, the Axe Scepter as expected. Finally, we do have Ancient Aberration hitting 6. Tidehunter Gravity is up. Chain Frost is up. Be careful, mTw, because those ultimates, they are looking for you.
Cue the Jaws theme track.
Doing
Recognizing all of the ultimates are online. Looks like TG wants to get a push going, but no, just a little bit of pressure.
Yep.
They can do this because I think they have the better late game as well with the DK and their team fight capabilities. So I really think it's on mTw to make it up. Maybe they're waiting for a specific item. Maybe they just feel like they can't really push anything with those ultimates, and they have quite a right to be afraid of those ultimates.
I'm not going to agree 100% that they have better late game. I feel like 45 minutes in, they're going to be stronger, but anything past that point, I think having a Priestess, Windrunner, Beastmaster, and a Razor, I mean, individually they aren't really like strong late gamers, but I think the fact they have so many of them, you know, these semi-carries as we call them, I feel like they might have a better late game, but it's hard to call. It really depends on how the next, 30-minute goes.
Right. So no tower is still up for
no tower still up.
PHG.
That's 18 minutes
I
in.
corrected myself.
Okay.
So looks like they really want to get a tower push going on. Give their DK a little bit more room to farm in the jungle where he's a bit safer. Maybe get a little bit more secure positioning for Roshan because they are the dire side. They have that innate Roshan positioning. But a lot of positioning going on, not much happening. But still, 27 kills in 18 minutes is not bad.
Looks like something's happening soon as they go on Grunt on the mid lane, as Nova is going to force them back. And really, come with me, I wonder what he's going to go for after the Axe Scepter. It's probably going to be a Hex. We're still a little bit away, far away from that. But what they're successfully doing as they're camping the mid like this is they're preventing a lot of farming going on. And yes, we did talk about, or at least I personally thought that, well, mTw have the better late game, but only if they get the farm, right? Priestess wasn't farming too much. Beastmaster still isn't really farming too much. The only farmer is Razor. And Razor, guess what? He's farming for tank items. So,
A little bit of a quirky thing I noticed. Just look at Come With Me. He was nuking with the agility treads, and then as soon as Beastmaster threw out those axes, he switched immediately to strength. So just a little tip that you can incorporate into your game.
Yep.
I think you always rant about tread switching.
Always do it.
So, yep.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good habit to do.
Yeah, for any hero such as Queen of Pain, you actually get at least 1 or 2 extra casts out of it if you constantly do it. And it might not make a big difference in any small engagement, but overall, if you keep doing it, in some occasions, you're gonna pull off some WoW Dota stuff. So, switch shreds for TP, switch shreds for that last nuke, stuff like
Lunas,
that.
are you electric?
I am always electric.
That's good. I'm glad to see that you flipped those.
Flip them switch all the time, man. I'm the only time I'm not electric is when I try to sing, which Let's move on.
Okay. Still just a lot of positioning and nuking going on, and I'm not really too sure what the teams are waiting for. I guess they really want to get their Priestess and DK farm, but it looks like a little bit of Frost Nova action going on, or Frost Blast. I don't know anymore.
And they're going to try to focus down on this Beastmaster, but with Histrin, he's going to make it there out alive. But Razor's been really farming for the last 5 minutes, I want to say, uncontested. Right now, mTw doing a good job drawing the attention away from him. He's farming really deep in the enemy jungle, and he is going to go for that hood. You can see he's got it right now. Good time to pick it up, because the team fight is going to break out right now. No, he hasn't picked it up yet. He's going to just port back. He does have to go for it. And
looks like DK is going to teleport back as well to get his farm on the top lane with that corrosive skin passive, and realizing that DK's out of the picture, looks like that mTw is going to push away and relieve some of that pressure on their tier 1 middle tower.
Yep, they're going to try to push down the tier 2 40 Dire team. I don't think they can, because Coco with the Ravage, Chain Frost is up, so we have a lot of positioning, and doesn't make the most exciting game, but most top teams always spend a lot of time positioning their heroes. Still a little bit worried about mTw because it's cool to position like this, but that also means they ain't farming on the Priestess, Windrunner, or the Beastmaster.
Yeah, I think next to items, positioning is probably the most important thing about Dota.
Yep. They're gonna try to smoke up somewhere, but the ever hacky crow hawk right on top of him. No, the Beastmaster hawk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, alright, let's check out how we are doing in terms of the item progression. Tidehunter going for the urn, I believe, or just having gauntlets. Ancient Aberration has nothing. Meanwhile, on the bot here, Queen of Pain might be initiated upon as we have the Hawk already on her. They're waiting for a Beastmaster roar, and that might be coming right now, especially if Queen of Pain don't hold on to her blink for her dear life. Lich comes in, and she's gonna find some Chain Frost target. There's a roar going on, Shackle shot, and there's nothing to Shackle to because the trees were cut. Chain Frost gonna get whiffed though. AA Blast comes in, Beyond gonna go down, and now there's a Ravage comes in right now. Coroni gonna go down, so 1-for-1 trade right now. Cinderin says, I am gonna get the heck out, and that means that they're gonna lose their tower on the bot.
Yeah, I was about to say that in that engagement, looks like the Dire team smoked up, and they're coming in for the counter gank. Really nicely done, and just knowing the gold differential just before that engagement, it was 7.5k advantage for the range, and Dire need to get something happening, and they did a very nice smoke gank, but it looks like the gold advantage is still pretty stable. I don't know if it's updated yet. I'm pretty noob when it comes to Dota 2.
It takes a while to update, but I'm completely surprised that the Radiant team is leading by that much, because I've been operating under the assumption that they weren't farming that well. I've been saying that they are not going to farm well, but apparently they're leading by 7,500 gold. I'm sure the towers that they have taken, the 3 tier 1 towers that they have taken, and the fact that they've kept up with all the tier 1s, that makes a very significant difference. But the fact that just means that, well, TEG could take these towers later on and even up a little bit.
But TEG did not push that bottom tier.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised.
Still at full HP, only lost 18 total HP, and the other towers are quite healthy. Yep. Relatively speaking.
I felt like with the numerical advantage they had after that engagement on the bot lane, they could have pushed, but I also could have, I guess I could understand why they didn't push as well, because all their ultimates on cooldown, and this is kind of what we talked about during the pick phase. They are really, really strong in that one single engagement, and if they don't kill like 18 hero out of 5 in that one single engagement, well, they can't do too much afterwards. As we see, the nuke goes on Leon. Leon gets picked off once again. Tidehunter is still running for more. A TP comes in right. Scream of Pain, Sonic Wave comes in, but that's not going to be enough. AA Blast comes in, and now Come With Me in a little bit of trouble. Needs to blink out. She is going to be able to do so, but this is going to be the good enough victory for mTw as they push this really low tier 2 tower. I believe they are just waiting for the creep to do so, and they could swing by Roshan and maybe pick that one up as well. Ravage is not going to be up. Of course, all the ultimates down right now for the Dire team.
It's like mTw knows that all of these ultimates are still down, but it looks like they're not going to pressure too heavily on this tier 2 tower.
I'm surprised that both teams, or to me, it feels like they're playing a little bit more defensive than they really need to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the Scourge don't really want to take fights, or the Dire don't really want to take fights without their ultimates and without DK having a really high-level farm. And it looks like the Radiant is just worried about those ultimates constantly, and maybe they feel like they don't have enough DPS to bring down those towers very quickly, especially since Queen of Pain picked up that Ag. It's going to have that 40-second cooldown on her ultimate. Really going to do a number against those creep waves, especially with that AA Ice Blast.
Yep. One thing about the... I wonder what the Priestess is going for. Right now, it's got a Yasha. One thing about Priestess is she's really odd. There's an odd bump on her DPS. Like, she doesn't get too much DPS early on, even after she pick up a Manta style, and then sooner or later, as you turn her eye, after 10 minutes or so, she actually start hurting a lot. Once she gets her second DPS item after Manta style. So I assume it's a Manta style. I just want to know what it is after that. Maybe it's going to be a Maelstrom for magical damage against the Frost Armor and DK. Maybe it's going to be something else. We'll see.
Looks like the Radiant team have decided to smoke up. They want to pick off a crucial team fight hero before they get a push going on, or maybe take the Roshan, but it looks like the Dire are no dummies. They're not going to let any of their heroes be caught in an awkward position at the moment. So it looks like Radiant's smoke attempt is going to be thwarted for the moment. But still, they're going to put a little bit of pressure. But all the ultimates are online for the Dire side, except for DK ultimate.
Well, Looks like they're gonna just give up the tower. One teleportation comes in right now. Arrow is gonna hit on Come With Me, and she is absolutely dead. Chain Frost gonna be dropped. I hope there's a Chain Frost, but that's not gonna be enough damage as now Leon goes down as well. mTw, perfect smoke gang, evading the push with just the Crystal Maiden and the Razor, and suddenly all 5 mTw heroes came in like a swarm of bees. Bot tier 2 tower going down. Rax is in danger for the Dire team.
And even with the AI's Blast Ravage DK forming up, without that Lich Chain Frost and the 40-second cooldown of the Sonic Wave, the Dire team are severely lacking in DPS, and looks like Rax are under attack.
Yeah,
really surprising turn events for the Radiant side. Definitely not what I expected this early on.
And if you're wondering earlier, why are these teams playing so boring? It is because if you lose one team fight like this, like what happened to TG right here, you are gonna just lose the Rax. As mTw had the power to push it down. Of course, Pipe was finished before that team fight. That Pipe popped. Did a lot in terms of mitigating the Chain Frost damage. And Razor, you know, despite us talking about, you know, the defensive build, he's turning that defensive build offensively as they're mitigating a lot of damage coming in. And that allowed them to just storm uphill with healthy amount of HP and grab the bot Rax. And suddenly we're looking in a very desperate situation for the Dire team.
That's why it's definitely so crucial to watch your positioning against a Mirana when you're TPing into a tower, because one of Mirana's downfalls is that arrow is very difficult to land, but when you see that TP channeling in for a great number of seconds, Mirana's just going to line it up and snipe you for a really long duration stun.
Right now, what TG desperately need to do is get themselves back a little bit of map control, push the tower, pushes the creep wave across, and if you can, maybe go for a level 1 tower. And now they're gonna go into the Roshan pit. Ward is not gonna be available for the Radiant team, but I'm pretty sure they have a good hunch. Now they don't have the best Roshan engagement heroes. Mirana is a good one, having the arrow and also the Moonlight Shadow. But looks like that Aegis is going to end up on the Dire side.
And S and Y on DK, what do you think about this choice, Lucas?
I think that might be a very desperate attempt, or might be an item set the TG team is very prepared. There's a Moonlight Shadow being popped. Do we have Sentries or Dust coming in? Coco gonna drop a Ravage, but that's more or less a defensive Ravage as there's no follow-up. Roshan still alive. Freezer gonna go down, and I'm gonna say this is GG, my friends.
Might be a little bit too early to call, but this fight is definitely going in favor. Only Crystal Maiden dying for the Radiant side, and a lot of DPS being thrown on. Lich takes a fall as well. Synderen picks up a double kill.
GG!
Roshan is extremely low.
Yep. And the reason I was so sure is the GG because the Ravage dropped and there was no follow-up. Chain Frost from the Lich was mitigated by the Pipe. Aegis now ends up on the Radiant team. Mid-Rax in breach and in huge trouble.
Right. And it might be that Dire's lack of aggression pushing down some of those towers when they won team fights might have cost them crucial items. And just not letting all those ultimates... I don't think we've seen all of the ultimates hit at the same time for that Dire side. Which is really unfortunate for them.
Yeah, it's always a sad thing. That happens a lot in in-house games that we play under commentators.com. It's like, oh yeah, let's pick a wombo combo team, but you just get picked off here and there, and you never get that off. And that's kind of what happened here from TEG. By the way, Synderen showing off a new Hex stick, as he just picks up one of them. I mean, when your Beastmaster picks up Hex, I mean, he's farmed. If we pull up the gold menu right now, ooh, this number, 15,000 gold difference. And it looks like they're gonna, instead of going mid, they're gonna pick up the last tier 2 tower and add a little bit more buffer to that gold difference chart.
And Razor's picked up all his tank items, so now he's gonna go for that DPS, and with a highly damaging Razor combined with his extremely tanky nature, I don't know, man.
Yep.
I don't know.
Earlier you were talking about
the Dire time to get their ultimates back online.
Yep.
So
I mean,
that's something.
I think the ultimates were not fired properly. Again, the Ravage was a little bit in the last team fight. They kind of, half the team said, "Oh, we need to fight now." The other half of the team says, "I want to kill the Roshan," and because they didn't focus their attention correctly, I think that was what happened with that team fight. Looks like Purge Stick is going to be Mirana's choice. Very interesting. I feel like any hero really need to be purged aside from like Frost Armor, I suppose.
Yeah, well, it does give you good attack speed, gives you some damage. I definitely like it more than Manta style, because against this heavily AoE based lineup
yeah.
on the Dire side, and Manta style won't be too effective at all, and it doesn't really give you any damage whatsoever when your illusions are not hitting for very much. But looks like the Rain are going to push for the high ground.
Yep.
Will Dire make a magnificent defense? Because they definitely have the ultimates to go for it. Will the gold differential be too much to overcome?
Right now, we do have the AA Blast doing the initial barrage of spells here. Pep 3, or Pepe, tanking it so much. Unfortunately for them, DK is only level not 16, 14, so he doesn't have the DK form yet, the ultimate DK form. But right now, we have the PHG team standing strong up the ramp.
Razor picked up an axe, so that ultimate will now hit buildings. So, Dire's on a ticking time bomb because that ultimate, although it's been used, it had a pretty short cooldown. So it's definitely going to be up by the time they bring down this tower and go for the racks.
And looks like that is...
Looks like Dire is scaring them away.
Yep. Maybe a little bit worried about that ultimate. They're going to stay around here because they could keep staying here all day long as that bot lane gaining the equilibrium as they push into the Dire base. Now every hero's ultimate is back up except the Stormseeker, which is going to be up right now. AA Blast is going to hit 42nd time. And here comes Ravage. Maybe that Hunter Ravage has got to be absolutely perfect. Tower being sieged upon. Both people trading style. Oh, the Sonic Wave is used, but that's not really a big deal as there's 40-second cooldown. But she does have to go to base right now to get some mana back. I think if any time is to go right now for mTw, it is going to be this next wave.
Right. AA ultimate only hit one person. That debuff has already expired. Sonic Wave still on cooldown. So there's two of the giant teamfight ultimates out of the way.
There we go.
The next 10 seconds or so, and Radiant's gonna push in.
Right now, we have the Link being used to kind of scare away DK. Glyph is used right now. Come With Me is back, no ultimate. And here comes, look at this Razor. He's just standing in front of everyone. Ravage is going to be hit. Chain Frost is going to be right here. AA Blast en route as well. It's not going to hit too much. Crystal Maiden might be in trouble, but Razor doing an insane amount of damage with his ultimate. Holy mother effing cow. And Freezer gonna go down to that purge stick as well. Come With Me drops on ultimate, but it's gonna be too little, too late, and it looks like mTw is gonna take game 1 of this best of 3 series ultra kill on the Razor.
Looks like GG is already called, so really nicely done by mTw. That Razor is so tank with that Axe, Pipe, and Vanguard. Come With Me falls for a final time, and GG was already called.
So we were trolling pretty hard. I mean, we were kidding about Razor not doing damage. I guess Pepe turned into that stream and be like, "Yo, bro, let me show you guys something."
Yeah, well, although we are the best, there are people like who are so much better than us.
Yes, it's hard to imagine. I know, but
it's shocking.
Yeah, it's shocking to me too. So right now, mTw is going to just finish the throne real fast. And a pretty good game 1 victory. Now, I love to cast best of 3 series, best of 5 series, because we want to see how is TG going to respond here.
Yeah, you know what really might be good?
Bad Rider. Oh, yeah, there you go.
And looks like... Can't see what Come With Me is actually typing because my screen
Something
is so
about
small.
postponing the game.
Hopefully that won't happen.
Yep. Of course, we will let you know this has been a presentation of Regame TV and Ghost to Gamer. No, not Ghost to Gamer. Commentators.com. I've been saying that all day for the Ghost to Gamer coverage of Malaysia Dota 2. This is Luminous and B-Balling. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary so far. We will bring you guys more matches, so stay tuned.